You know, when it comes to these type of videos, I truly don't know where to start because, well, I mean, where do you start? Like, usually I have a script on these videos, but like, I don't know where to start. I mean, the past 2 years have been unbelievable. I mean, just being, a 12-year-old kid starting off this YouTube channel, making his first YouTube video, with mid editing, there was almost nothing in the background. I was wearing one of like I think five hats that I had at the time. I was wearing one of my only hockey shirts. So, back then the collection was pretty sparse and small. And, now like the whole setup has changed. I have dozens of pennants, almost 30 different jerseys that I could wear. I could almost go to school every single day for a month and have a jersey and wear a new jersey every single day. And that's a crazy thing to think, like, genuinely. And, it's been an amazing run. I've met some amazing people. I've made some great memories with some great people. Whether I've met you through TikTok or I met you through Twitter, Instagram, any of my social medias, even if it was this YouTube channel, it's been amazing. And like I said, I don't really know where to start off at because I mean the past 2 years have been crazy. Right now we sit at 1,062 subscribers currently. I think we sit around 4,670 TikTok followers, around 350 Twitter followers, and about 930 Instagram followers. So that's what we've done in the past 2 years, and we've had almost three platforms make it to 1,000. I can only imagine what this year is going to bring. I would imagine that the Instagram will make it to 1,000. We'll probably hit 5K, maybe even 6K on TikTok. Maybe go for 1,500 on YouTube. The run and what everything that's happened in the past couple of years has been amazing, and I truly thank you guys so much for that. Now, look, I'm gonna be putting a lot of tags up, so if you want to go watch some of my older playlists, older videos, like my first video, I'll definitely put that in a card up here. Probably a playlist, some other videos as well, like some videos that were my favorite to film. I'm kind of gonna go in depth here with mostly the YouTube channel because TikTok, it came in about in May, so it's about 5 months before it'll mark my 2 year anniversary on TikTok. Twitter, it came in March, so I'd say about two more months into a 2 year anniversary for TikTok, or not TikTok, Twitter, and then Instagram came in around June, so I'd say June would be the 2 year anniversary of my Instagram. So it's been great, and I mean, I started this as a 12-year-old, as I mentioned earlier, and now I'm almost 15. I'll be 15 next month. So that's kind of weird to think that, like, and everyone's so shocked that I'm so young. Like, everyone thinks I'm, like, 16, 17, 18. No, I'm a 15-year-old kid. I'm a freshman, just like a lot of people who follow me. So, and some people who follow me, who idolize me, I'm younger than. And, that's kind of funny. And, I mean, all I really try and do is just make hockey content. Like, that was my dream. That's something I've wanted to do for a long time. Watching the older creators like Hot Take Hockey, The Hockey Guy, Gravity, LR99, just name a few. Top Shelf Hockey, Hands Down Hockey. Unfortunately, he disappeared, or he quit making videos, which is unfortunate. Post to Post, that group of guys. And I mean, like, not all those guys know me. I have not had interactions with Post to Post yet, but that'll come. I guys that I looked up to now, like, they're some of my good friends, like really good friends. Like, some of them I talk to every day, and that's amazing. And that just tells me that I've come a long way from where I was 2 years ago, where I was making my first YouTube video, not thinking anything of it. I was kind of just trying to make videos, have a good time, talk about hockey, kind of just get my knowledge of the game better. Because back then I had no idea, like, I had no idea how to sparse the lines. I thought some players were better than they actually were. I thought all of this other stuff, and my opinions have really evolved since then. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of an example here, like the New York Rangers. Like, the Rangers, I used to not really like the Rangers. Now, like, the Rangers get me views, and I'm a fan of a lot of players on their team. Another example of that, the Boston Bruins. If you asked me at the beginning of the channel that I would be that the Boston Bruins would be top 3 of my favorite teams, I would laugh my ass off because I was not a fan of the Devils, not the Devils, of the Bruins at all. I was not a fan of the Bruins at all, and that's because I was a Flyers fan. I was biased at the time, but then like as I kept talking about the Bruins, Tuukka Rask opting out, watching more and more games. Like today, I was watching the Bruins Red Wings. I swapped the Penn Sharks though because that game's been insane. Um, I just really enjoy the team now, and I want to keep collecting more things of them. I got my first Bruins jersey this Christmas, and I want to put someone on the back. I'm kind of planning who, but I want to put someone on the back. And I've contemplated McAvoy, I've contemplated Bergeron, Smith, I've contemplated many guys to put on the back, but that just goes to show that like I love the Bruins, and like the Bruins are like there's no player that I have a meh opinion for or I dislike on the Bruins. And that's saying something because I can name you at least one player on my favorite teams, like my actual favorite teams, like the Flyers and the Coyotes, that I dislike. For example, I dislike, well, actually, no, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Ivan Provorov. But for the Coyotes example, Nick Schmaltz, I just, for some reason, I just can't like Nick Schmaltz. I don't know why. I just can't. And, if you ask me who my least favorite player is on Boston, I can't say anyone. And honestly, I think my least favorite player on Boston was Torrey Krug, and he's in St. Louis now. And now I like Krug. So, my opinion has really evolved on teams. And another example of that, too, was the Penguins. The Penguins, Flyers' arch rival, Flyers' arch nemesis. I'm not supposed to like the Penguins. Penguins are, like, out of the top 10 for my least favorite. Like, they're not even, like, one of my least favorites anymore. Like, I really enjoy their team. I like Dominic Simone. I like Jake Getzel. I like John Marino. I love their blue line. I like their goaltending. I've gained a lot of respect for Crosby. And, that's the amazing part is like when you do this YouTube channel, when you talk about all 32 teams, you begin to form a love for all 32 teams. And that's really what I've formed. And I really enjoy watching every team, every game. Like the past couple days we've been on Christmas break, holiday break for school. And like, I've watched every hockey game, legit. Of course now I haven't, but legit now I've watched like every hockey game since like the NHL's come back. And I'm not joking. Like that's how addicted I am to hockey. And like I keep coming up with new ideas for TikTok every single minute of every single hour of every single day. Keep coming up with new ideas for YouTube. I'm always editing. I'm always up till like 6 o'clock in the morning doing random crap. So in regards to YouTube, it's just like my whole life revolves around YouTube and this, and my whole life revolves around you guys. And I could go on and on and on and on and on for hours about how I've developed so much love for so many different players. Like, for example, Josh Anderson, Max Domi. I have quite a history with them. I covered their trade, and now I thought that the Josh Anderson signing was stupid. I was reluctantly proved wrong. The St. Louis Blues are another example. If you told me back in April 2021 that I would like the Blues, because the Blues were kind of one of my teams that was down there, I didn't really like them because I was trying to get my Coyotes to make the playoffs, although I knew we would get swept. And the Blues obviously passed us, and I wasn't too happy about that, so, we got eliminated. But, and, now, like, I watched the Winter Classic, like, watching the Blues play, like, watching Perunovich, Kyrou, like, watching those guys, like, I start to like the team more and more and more and more. And that's the thing, like, when you hate a team and then you start talking about them and, like, you start going from an unbiased position, like how I started talking about the Penguins and the Bruins especially. And the Bruins I've made over 30 different videos on, and it's been amazing with how much I've liked the Bruins, how much more I've liked the Bruins. And the Blues are another example of that. I used to not really like the Blues because, division rivals, I just didn't like them. And I mean, like, and now they're one of my favorite teams. Like, that's what hockey YouTube does to you. And I mean, you guys have shown me so much support. And I mean, 2021 wasn't the best year for YouTube. I know I probably could have gotten much more done in the past 2 years than I have. And 2022 is kind of my revival year, I guess, where I really want to come back and grind on this channel again. So, I mean, 2 years, I've met some amazing people, met some great people. My opinions have really changed. My fandom for every team has really changed. And, just everything all around has, changed. And, I couldn't thank you guys more, genuinely, because, I don't know where I'd be or I don't know what I'd be for you guys right now. So, that's it for me. If you guys want to go see some other videos or the playlist, I'll have them linked up here in the card. Be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching. For us personally, I really do appreciate it. And yet again in 2022, adios.